Investment banking co-head of Credit Suisse, Sumit Jalan, tells CNBC TV 18 we may soon see a wave of big-ticket overseas acquisitions by large business houses. Also says consolidation as a theme will play out in many sectors.
We are particularly seeing in pharma, for the first time yet again, we are seeing that some of the local businesses, their balance sheets have become so strong that it's not anymore just inbound activity, but also the desire from some of the larger pharma companies to do an outbound. Likewise, we are seeing that some of their businesses have become large enough that be it on a branded generic side or XYZ, they are happy sellers also because foreigners want to come and have a play into the country. So you're seeing, interestingly, for the first time, yet again, I re-emphasize all three forms of activity in M&A, where foreigners are very keen to deploy FDI, writing large checks. We are seeing a domestic-to-domestic M&A, which had practically, last I recollect was before I was born only, 40 years back. And there will be at least 20 such transactions we can talk about. And likewise, we are seeing the desire of some of in certain space, IT, pharma, few others, large industrials, where the desire to do an outbound and write larger checks into, including developed markets, and no longer just an emerging market economy purchase, but we are seeing trends of even going and buying in US.
That we have seen in pharma, it is essential. In IT, in small pockets, it is essential to have a footprint. But like Apollo Cooper, it did not work out. In that form, Apollo could have been a much larger player in that particular space. We are not seeing that kind of fire back in the promoter's mindset, at least so far. Yeah,
so it's very interesting what has happened versus what potentially will happen. And that's where the distinction we see what potentially will happen. And think about it, when you have easy credit available, you have easy equity available at the best valuations, the cheapest cost, and you can't so easily deploy into the country to set up plants and all of that, which takes far longer. So how do you deploy capital? The easiest and the fastest way is through inorganic route, through acquisition. And that's we are seeing far greater conversations. I didn't see that 1.5 years back, 2 years back. But right now, in every boardroom, we are having conversations where we see the desire to show us transactions where we are happy writers of large checks outside of the country as well to acquire.
More TAR deals can also happen
100%.
For cash requirements?
100%. It solves for two needs. One, the balance sheet of the operator, if it is operator-owned. And second is it's a passive infrastructure business, where fundamentally the more independent you are, which means that it has to be more consolidated and 2 or 3 players so that the optimization benefit accretes. So 100% it has to happen.
GST is going to be a reality very soon. Does this also have an M&A play in it, which could be a theme evolving in some time?
Manufacturing has been so far partly spread all over states based on tax optimization. Distribution has been spread all over different states, again based on tax optimization. Logistics, therefore, has been spread over accordingly. All of that is not really operationally also required. It will be through the consolidation cycle, and it will potentially start first from logistics space, warehousing space, followed by distribution entities, followed by the manufacturing plants, which is a bit more complicated.
All right.
But it's a trend to come.
All right, and the